to me, hon, when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I done. Swear they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Yeah, went for a drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. Why, son? I ain't done just yet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. On play action, Prescott. Downfield by Pickens. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now Prescott. From the pressure, the Giants get there. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
Yeah! Here we go. It was on the 54.
To throw is Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Here's Dart. Robinson's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And in order to improve their ranking and play the kind of game that they want, they've got to continue to make plays like the one we just saw there. Because if you stop these teams a few times along the way, maybe some frustration kicks in. And all of a sudden, not only does your ranking improve, but your game performance does as well. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 54-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Prescott on play action. That is caught by Lamb. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Lamb's first catch of the game, good for a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On first down, it's Blue. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Prescott now. That's out to the flat for Akers. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Prescott to throw it. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott yet again. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
46.
Here's Prescott. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. Touchdown, Cowboys! Luke Schoonmaker, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
He's across midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 5. Throwing his dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Dart. That is caught. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Giants.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll send the tight end in motion. A play fake, and now it's Dart. Here's a diving catch right side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dart once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Dart. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Prescott. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Right back to Tracy. Get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Play action now. Dart. It'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Dart from the gun on third down. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following a field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Darius Alexander in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swing.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Running left is Tracy. Oh, able to avoid him. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. On the give, it's Tracy. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Yeah! Here we go! Boy, nice.
Now Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Handoff, Blue running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! Close ball by Scanlon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Warrior 17. Mustang 19.
To throw is Dart. Johnson's got it complete. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing. Dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So,
and he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
he did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. To throw now, Dart. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They go play action with Dart. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point. And that'll It's a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the giant rush gets hosed. Down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Third down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Drops it to Blue. Complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, here comes Tracy. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ready? 60 by 6.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Second and 10. On the run is Tracy. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 66 yards. And And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2, they don't get it. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Second and 8.
Here's Tracy. Breaks the tackle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy